In early 2025, reports emerged that China was secretly constructing new military structures on Scarborough Shoal. Radar domes, surveillance towers, and even missile systems, signs that Beijing was pushing the boundaries once again. The South China Sea, a flashpoint of power, pride, and provocation. At the center of this storm lies a small cluster of rocks and reefs known as the Scarborough Shoal, a place that has ignited one of the most dangerous confrontations between China and the United States. What began as a seemingly minor incident quickly spiraled into a high-stakes standoff, and in the end, the world was left in shock. Stay tuned, because what happened at Scarborough Shoal might just change the balance of power in Asia forever. To understand this showdown, we need to go back. The Scarborough Shoal is a tiny reef located about 120 miles west of the Philippines, well within its exclusive economic zone. But China claims it as part of its so-called Nine-Line, a sweeping claim over most of the South China Sea. For years, Chinese vessels have clashed with Philippine fishermen, sparking protests and international outcry. But what made Scarborough so important is not just the fish or resources, it's the strategic location. Whoever controls Scarborough Shoal controls access to vital shipping lanes and gains a powerful military outpost in the middle of the sea. The Philippines sounded the alarm, and soon after, the United States Navy deployed several warships to monitor the area. It was a move straight out of the Cold War, two superpowers staring each other down just miles apart on the open sea. And then, the provocation began. According to reports, Chinese Coast Guard vessels rammed a Philippine resupply ship, forcing it dangerously close to capsizing. Philippine sailors scrambled for safety, sending distress calls. Within minutes, U.S. Navy destroyers moved in, broadcasting warnings over open radio. Cease aggressive actions immediately or face consequences. But China didn't back down. Instead, their warships shadowed the U.S. fleet, locking targeting radars on American vessels. It was the closest the world had come to a shooting war in the South China Sea. Tensions were sky-high, and the entire world was watching, wondering who would fire the first shot. And then, the unthinkable happened. As one Chinese ship attempted to block a U.S. destroyer, it collided at high speed, scraping its hull across the American vessel. Smoke, alarms, and chaos filled the air. The U.S. Navy immediately raised battle stations. Fighter jets from a nearby carrier group roared overhead. For a few terrifying moments, it looked like the world was about to plunge into open war. But instead of missiles and torpedoes, something else happened: diplomacy.